Welcome back, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, almost July 4th. It's been a few days, and that's just because I'm still sick. It's been roughly 2 weeks, and the word around the streets is it's COVID. So, the one day I took my dad out for Father's Day, of course, is when I actually end up getting sick, and now it seems like I have this. So, bear with me as I work through this cold, but there's so much going on Neopets. And I want to say more good than bad, but it feels like more bad than good, unfortunately. And I will try my best not to sound all ranty on this video, but that's where in my head it's going. Because as you can see on my screen, as anybody knows, Neopets has a lot of ads all over it. That's why some people pick up Neopets Premium. I have Neopets Premium, so I don't have this issue. And I saw this on Neopets Nation. I took the name out. There's literally an ad right there. My shop page alone has 5 ads, and I have to wait for them all to load before clicking anything because it bumps the page all over, and I'll click an ad on accident. Geesh. So you can see right here, there is an ad. It is a Nike ad. Just do it. Always $100 and under. Nike Field Generals. Sway. Take a look. So there you go. It literally says ad in the corner and all that. Virtue Pet Space Station alert. Uh-oh, it looks like your ad blocker is jamming our communication signals. The Grundo engineers are having a hard time keeping the Virtue Pet Space Station online, and where's Dr. Sloss is loving it. I laugh because this is hilarious. This is them saying what is that kind of like a way of saying we can't keep Neopets online if you don't take your ad blocker off. Now, I will say, right, the whole point of their website is to make money, and of course, one of the ways they do that is with ads. So people use an ad blocker obviously means they are not getting paid on that. So I could see their standpoint on it. At the same time, I've been hearing people saying like they get this like every third, fourth, fifth, especially this person. They already have ads literally on the screen and this box is popping up. I honestly will tell you, if you didn't hear the last video that I talked about, like being able to play for free and all that, and of course, if you had ads on already, not using a pop-up blocker, I'd be really pissed off. I think to the point, if this came up so many times, I would literally quit. That's not even a joke. I would quit the game because I wouldn't want to buy premium. You forcing me into it, and I get it. This site was supposed to have ads on it, but as anybody that's ever played on Neopets, you know more and more ads were appearing over time. And of course, back in the day, that's when some, maybe even still today, I have no idea, no idea. But I know back then there would be, viruses or some kind of scams that would pop up on your computer because of said ads. It definitely happened back in the day because it was the wild west of the internet. So you can see right here, subscribe to premium for an ads free experience and more perks. And I know other people have been talking about all the different ways they've been putting, premium in your face. You think about events, you even see it on the Shop Wizard. I saw that on a video. I'm like, this is crazy how many different places they try to remind you. And I take a look at this. I saw this on Neopets Nation too. This is a seasonal attack piece, a giant list of seasonal attack piece. And the more interesting part about it is, they put it up for auction, but where did that come from? Because I had no idea. I wasn't paying attention. Where's everyone getting the piece from? Did I miss something? Genuine question. I am just curious. So it says it was a prize recently for new premium subscribers. Isn't that freaking crazy? That let's just go back. Let's rewind back in time here. Seasonal Attack P was one of those ones where you had to get from the Smuggler's Cove. With the balloons, you had to be lucky enough to be there and restock that sucker. And then after a while, it would just be retired because there was like a limit on how many of those items existed. And then things happened over time in the Neopets. But very recently, Advent Calendar was giving them away, right? You had that twice in a row, back to back years of people randomly got it if you were super lucky. I was not. I had to pay for my 2 seasonal attack piece. We can see right here what's going on if you think about people getting this just by signing up for premium. So you're telling me if I just sign up for premium, I get this item worth millions of Neo points. Yeah, that's what you're literally trying to tell me right here, that I just have to do that and voila, I have many, many millions. And it's funny to me because the other time with the quest log, remember they had Super Neg and then it got all messed up. And then they're like, just in order to preserve the super neg value, like not destroy the economy, we're gonna take it off the list. And it's just in essence, really what I'm thinking in my mind is they must have a list somewhere of all the items with, maybe they just pull it right off of Jelly Neo, the items database, the prices, and they go, okay, let's find an item in this certain range that would entice people to do what we want. Yes, like if I want them to play, the daily, weekly quest logs, or maybe if I wanted to play Dacardia, or maybe if I wanted to play Faerie Fragments, or maybe an item that would generate enough hype that they buy Neopets Premium, because the other things did not work out. Okay, like it just bothers me so much to see that. And then you think about, okay, I want to support this site. It's so much fun. I want them to keep them going because we don't want them to have a hard time keeping the Virtue Pet Space Station online and Dr. Slot Live. We don't want that. So what we're gonna do is sell some merch. And the merch we're gonna sell is Monopoly. But this one's interesting. You remember Monopoly? This is also odd. Well, by the way, I did not get my Monopoly yet. I got an email of you. I forgot to put it up in this list of different items that I have here before you, but it was saying something like there's a delay and we'll let you know by July 10th that when you're gonna get it, which is hilarious to me. I'll get back to that. I'll get back. Was anyone else's Monopoly game shipped in a poly mailer? There was a bit of cardboard, but I definitely expected a nice shipping box for something this high quality. Just take a look at that poly mailer. Yeah, we got some bubble wrap around there. Yeah, there's cardboard there. Interesting, right? Yeah, you just take a look at this, and it comes in this sweet bag. Yeah, please handle with care. Fragile, thank you. I just remember the people paying crazy amounts of shipping, and I get it. The shipping has to do with where it went to, how it got there. But I think about like this very nice limited edition Monopoly that costed lots of money, and then you think about how it was shipped, and it's just not even in a box. But I will say, maybe they saw my Pokemon video because this is my Pokemon video that I have on my other channel. You can see this came in the Pokemon Center. It was delivered by FedEx. I don't know at what point this thing got crushed, but you could see this box was actually double the size. Right here is the middle of the box. That's where the two flaps align and the tape goes over there. Yeah. Yeah, it was crushed, completely crushed. Let me just fast forward, and this is what it looked like when it came out. Yeah, we got some damage right there. That was great. I only got one of those because Pokemon at this point is crazy, and I wanted to save that for a sealed collection. If I had two, three, four, five, something like that, I can open it. But I only had the one, and of course, the only one I got was completely crushed. And the Pokemon Center doesn't take it back because they just say the cards inside are protected, which really sucked for me because I couldn't return it. Yes, and it wasn't like I want to return it. I wanted to keep. I wanted a replacement. I would send it back, but I wanted a replacement. I want something in, like nice condition, not totally looking like that, which is very sad. So, I mean, maybe Neopets is on this on there. Like, let's do this poly mailer. We got this, we got the wraparound. We got some cardboard somehow in there. So maybe they got the right ideas. Maybe I shouldn't bash them on that. Okay. But there's other people out there in the world that currently do not like. Oh, wait. No, you know what? I'll talk about my Monopoly. Can I rant about the Monopoly? Oh, look, we get a freebie. Neo Cash Ball birthday freebie. Heck yeah. To celebrate the upcoming Neo Cash Mall. Oh, I lost it. Birthday, a new freebie is available to claim. Jeez. If you feed the cake to a Neopet, it will increase their strength by 3 and grant you the following item. Woo. That's nice. I'm not gonna feed that because that thing actually looks really cool. Why would I get rid of that? Dang. Okay. Yeah. So the Monopoly. Going back here to the Monopoly. My thing with I'm just putting up Monopoly on the screen. My thing with the Monopoly is this: when people sell merch, right? Like this is my imagination here, and maybe I'm crazy for thinking this way. But if there's 2,000 Monopoly boards, wouldn't they just all come to the warehouse or wherever at the same time? And I heard that this is fulfilled by a third party, so who knows what's really happening here. But 2,000 of these, I imagine, just show up one day. And then you have a person just sit there printing out labels, stuffing this sucker into an envelope apparently, and then slapping the label on and sealing the flap. That's literally all I thought. And you just have to do that roughly 2,000 times. There's going to be people that bought three, there's going to be people that bought two or one. But realistically, let's just say everybody bought one. That's just 2,000 times. And I don't know how that takes many days, 2 weeks to actually do. I find that just insane to me. That maybe this is just how it is with Neopets. I don't know, or maybe they just don't have the Monopoly boards, which is really weird too. Because you would have thought they would have put all 2,000 in at one time. So I don't like thinking that people are incompetent. But at the same time, when I take a look at this, I'm like, this is just crazy what's going on because I can't imagine how you would handle this situation. Like you think about like all the other, this isn't the first time they sold product, right? Like this is not the first merch item that they had to do. And I know there's other times where these things were just like completely off schedule wise, right? Where maybe they say it was June and then it comes out in August or October, November, December, something like that. But for this to just be like you're sending out some and not all of them, just really odd to me. Okay, so that's where I'm at with that. Now, if you go back to my other video the other day, I talked about Tales of Dacardia because I don't even know if it's on this page. Tales of Dacardia somewhere is having, oh, yeah, they have the donation dome event. But part of that was I was saying there was a horrible time connecting to Tales of the Cardia to the Neopets website. It kept disconnecting. I, at this point, have deleted that game 3 times and put it back on because every day it has not connected. So I'm just getting really tired of doing that. I mean, I'm still playing it. I'm trying to get the reward. Apparently, there's going to be next donation dome. So keep on doing what you're doing on Tales of the Cardia, but it is very frustrating. I don't know how you break that connection with it. Yeah, see, like, I didn't want this video to be all ranty because I just came back and I'm just excited to talk to you all. But no, no. Okay, by the way, Faerie Fragments, if you don't remember, there's going to be that update tonight and you're going to be able to get your opportunity at getting the stamp. They have like a little clock down here in the corner that tells you when it's going to be restocked. So if you want the stamp, this or the stamp or the golden shell or anything else, be aware of you needing this a right amount of coins and the time it's actually going to update. It's so annoying. We don't know the exact mechanics of the restock process until it happens, but based on messaging from TNT and in the app, it seems it will be the same prices at the same prices each week, just with the quantity available reset. It seems that once you have claimed a prize, you will not be able to claim it again in future weeks. So just keep that in mind if you wanted any of that stuff. The worst part is if you don't have enough coins for it, you're just completely screwed. But you have some time. And like you think about it, there's only 3 weeks left, which means you only have 3 more tries. So the longer you put it off, the less chance you have. Okay, so just know that ahead of time you're playing Fairy Fragments. Is there anything else? Yes, okay, going back here. Weekly and daily quest log updated. There's some people that love it, there's some people that hate it. I know there was a lot of people that said there's no paintbrushes and all they're giving you is painted pets. So they didn't like that part. Okay, like, I mean, it's to me, it's like whatever when it comes to these prizes. There are some expensive stuff. It's actually nice to see something that isn't beads, though the beads are permanently available. I'm working on my last speed, or not last speed, but on the last day right now, and you can see the dailies. We got a bunch of nags in here. So the ferocious nag is pretty nice. Did it drop some in price? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it totally did. Full price history. For what was this before? Oh my god. You kidding me? This thing was millions before and now it's down to 400,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a ferocious thing. What does that thing do? Is it strength? And it gives you a disease, right? Yeah, strength 1 to 3 and gives your pet a random disease. Yeah, nothing like giving each other diseases. That's great. That's great. Kind of like what I just got. Why I'm still sick. Very annoying, actually. By the way, I didn't tell you on the last video, I might have said it, I might not have. We decided, my wife decided to attach like this kind of cat jungle gym thing against the wall, which is really neat. I know this is not the whole thing because obviously it's pretty wide and you wouldn't be able to see it, but my cat is actually lounging in this little jungle gym hamper, not hamper, this whatever you call this. It's a bridge, but she just decided to lay across it. I just didn't think she would actually do it. So in a way, she's using it like a hammock. There's the word. There's my hammock. There's my polar bear plushie down below her. So this is hanging right above the couch. So this is in the living room. So we got like all this around the living room, so then they can run around there. I like putting little items up there because then they'll like hop, run, hop over here, run. It's really cool. Really cool. I'm excited about that. So that basically is it when it comes to the Neopets update. Yeah, just it's so frustrating thinking about everything that's happened on Neopets. I just extremely hate, even though I have the money to do it, I feel really, really bad for the people that have to deal with all these ads and stuff. And like I said before, I understand why they did that with the ads. Neopets always had ads on the screen, and people have blocked it now. Through the miracle of technology and all that stuff, we have blocked it, which means they are not getting money. So over here, by the way, Neo Cash Mall. Don't forget, you get this free cake. I like this cake so much. Ooh, where'd it go? There he is. Let's claim that sucker. Sweet, sweet. Add it to your inventory. All right. Let me just go here. My inventory. Might as well do my brush right now. Do my brushing. There we go. Put in my gallery. And voila. There we go. Yeah, right now I just heard my oven click. What's going on upstairs is I got a cast iron pan. This is the first time I ever had it. And apparently you're supposed to season it. I didn't know what that really meant. I looked it up. I wiped oil all over this sucker. And then I didn't really realize that you're not supposed to put too much oil on there. You're not supposed to be heavy handed. It's supposed to be very light. I did not heed that warning. Well, I didn't know. And now I'm baking it for the last 2, 3 days because apparently you don't want to do that because you just want a little light layer so it could bake on in, form some layers. But I'm really excited to do it. I can't wait to like make a steak on it, do something fun. I'm gonna cook many things on it. I think that's the plan, anyways. I mean, there's a lot of people that have lots of plans and then it just never works out. But I have feeling I want to use this thing a lot. Okay, let me just do that right there. Do some. Here's my quest log, by the way. You can see streak. I got one last one that blew Europa bead, and then here's my buddies down below. So nothing really great today. Very sad, but that's just how it goes. Yeah, Neopets for me though. I haven't logged on in the morning like I did. I just got up, felt really bad. So apologies one last time about being sick, but yeah, I shouldn't apologize for being sick. I'm just sick. Sick is sick. And yeah. Yeah, I didn't win the obelisk, unfortunately. That was very sad. That was very, very sad. This very employment updates at the 9-minute mark. What else is going on? I saw Mission Impossible. If I didn't tell you that, I saw Mission Impossible, the last one. I'm like, oh, so good. I love that movie. Tom Cruise, he's great. I don't know if mentally he's good. He's good after all that, but like his whole stint back in the day. But I would hope that he is because he makes some really nice movies. Really enjoy it. So hopefully it made money too. The first part of this movie for Mission Impossible, I heard that they lost, anyways, in America, just off the American numbers, they lost a bunch of money. I don't know how well it did. I remember it had part to do with COVID and people not going to the movies. So hopefully this time around it made a bunch because I really loved it. They put a lot of effort into it. It just stinks when people put a lot of effort into something and it just doesn't pan out, especially with being that great of a movie. There's like callbacks to other Mission Impossibles too. So super good. What's wrong? Spin the wheel, buddy. Oh, did you see the stock yet? I can't wait to get to the stocks. Because if you don't remember, I've been waiting on Buzz, and Buzz has broken through 500 as of like the last 2 or 3 days, something like that. And I thought I was gonna sell it if it hit 500, but I don't know if I want to. I really wanted to get to 1,000. I really want to see that number. That would be great because I don't own any of the one that is currently 1,000. That'd be very nice if I can just do that. Did you know, as I was talking about ranting and all that stuff earlier in the video, that I was doing a fairy employment agency? I don't think I showed that, but as I was talking, if you heard me trail off a little bit, I was actually doing the fairy employment agency. I got a job and I actually did it as I was discussing. So I wondered if anybody could tell I was doing something else. And then my cat jumped on the chair behind me. She's literally behind me, and I had to make room for her. Oh shoot. Fairy employment agency updated again, and I got it. It's just a silver, nothing amazing. But a job's a job, because I need that job. I got kids, I need the money. I actually don't have any kids. Unless you call my cats kids, but even then I can't feed them with Neo points. That would be amazing if I could, but I can't. I can't. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am far from that point of ever getting monetized on for Neopets videos, sadly. Yes, maybe one day. Maybe one day, but not this day. So anybody out there, did you do the game's reset? Did you do that? Did you win any trophies? Oh no, Buzz. It's under 500. It's hilarious. I was just gonna proudly show you that I waited on this thing and it's 492. I literally can't sell it. I can't sell it because it's not 500. I'm not selling until it says 500. And even then, I don't know if I have the willpower to sell it at 500. I just can't. I just think it's really cool. I don't know. Maybe I sell a little bit. Maybe I sell not a little bit. I don't know. I'm very conflicted if you can't tell. It'd just be cool to see. Like I don't need the money, so why sell? Smuggler's Cove. Maybe they should put a seasonal attack fee here if they're just giving it out all over the place. Apparently, I didn't play Food Club, so what am I even looking at? And I totally missed Food Club. 24 to 10. Dang it. This is the worst part about coming on late at night because apparently you can't do Food Club. Yep, I'm feeling about the same, lol. As in, like the Food Club bets here is not updated by the time I get on, and I missed the day, that current day, so that really sucks. But look at Doggo just hanging out. All right, let's see. All right, I need two, I think. Let me get my two in here. Yeah, I'm just very excited. I'm very excited about everything that's going on life-wise. Actually, life-wise is really busy outside of being sick. But I'm excited for my Japan trip. We were just planning. You must like the crep pack. I thought I did. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I got a Scarl collectible charm yesterday too. I was very excited about that. Maybe I'll win the Mirror of the Day. How about that? That'd be cool. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I really wish I could try out some of these games for the high score trophy. Maybe one day I'll get it for Destructo Match. You think? Is it possible? You've seen me play this. You know how good I am at this game. I can't even say it with a straight face. And I couldn't even say it because I was about to cough if I went any further. So I have to watch how it goes. Are you excited about 4th of July? I freaking am. Which is hilarious because I'm not trying to show my other channel here. But the funny part about my other channel is my old videos I had fireworks and people actually would watch these, like the views that I got on something, like here's a 1,800 views on like a 10-year-old fountain firework video. Yeah, take a look at this thing. It's so old and crappy because it's just I even wrote the wrong one. Wait, this is actually Freaky Fan. Why did I rate it that way? If that was, yeah, there we go. Look at that. I love these fireworks. So my state is one of those ones where you technically can't get the really big ones that shoot in the air. So that's a big no-no. And So I always love having these little fountain ones going off. Oh, do you want to hear some sound? Hopefully it's not loud. Yeah, oh shoot, it's really loud. I guess that makes sense because it's fireworks. But yeah, I love 4th of July so much. But yeah, this is recorded 10 years ago. So you can see it's like the colors like kind of blur together and all that stuff. But yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. Man, I love the 4th of July. I, I, I don't know, there's something about seeing just like different colors in the sky and like the shapes that they do. I like the one where it streaks down, like it's like it's raining down and slowly disappears. That's one of my favorite ones. But it's cool to see the ones now that they do that make heart shapes and all these other cool shapes. So just neat. Yeah, fireworks. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't keep doing those videos. Oh man. Yeah, those were 10 years ago. Yeah, no, I only did it for 1 year. I just did it. This is back in the day where I just didn't really I hit a lot of videos back then. I collect silver coins too, if you did not see. I actually have a gold coin here. This is not silver, so I don't want to lie to you, but I have a gold coin over there, but still, overall, I'm gonna just get out of this thing. So if you ever wondered why I say Neopets with Big B, that's because my original channel is Big B. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Okay, anyways, going back. Going back here, let me just turn off that sounds. Let me do the rest of these and move on with my life. Yeah. Yeah, so I like talking about this in the end because it's not as ranty as the beginning, which I said I don't want the beginning. I didn't want this video to be ranty, so hopefully this evens it all out. Yeah, there we go. Tomorrow we get like a partial early leave. That's what they normally do for the holidays. They go, if you don't have things to do or you don't have pressing matters, you can leave like 3 hours early. So it'll be nice to get out early. Let's see. This is 1.4 million. Dang. Dang. Yesterday I won 35,000 off of scratch cards, so that was pretty awesome. A 25. Oh, and apparently I won some snowballs. Yeah, I can't wait to use that cast iron. I'm gonna like make this really nice steak on there. I just want to see it sizzle. Sizzle right on there. It's like the coolest part. I don't ever get it because I think it's just like hot and I don't want to be shot by like oil everywhere. But I like when people get those like fajita plates or whatever, and you just start seeing like fat and juices just start spraying out when they break. I just thought that was always neat to have happen. So I get to do that in the comfort of my own home because a campfire. You know, I haven't done Lando brats in a long time. I forgot he exists. I just kind of go through this, do this, and then move on. But maybe I should do them today. Hey, angry apple. That one. Cool, cool. Click, click. Community. I don't know. I gave up trying to read this. I thought it was totally wrong. Like when I clicked it, I read the question. I'm like, well, that is completely wrong. So that was sad because I just knew. I knew. All right, Trudy. But I do. One of these days, I want to do the high score reset. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So one day, I shall do it, and I will adorn my profile with tons of bronze trophies. They're not even going for the gold, right? Like this is a little sad. I actually do. I have a. I know. I was gonna say, do I have more participation trophies than what I have down below? That would be crazy. Actually, crazy. That's true. Look at me. Mediocrity at its best. Take a look. Third place, third place, third place, third, runner up, third. The only one I have is Cozy Campfire. Oh, that is crazy. That is my trophies of mediocrity. Yeah. Outside of this one, level 5 Game Master. Heck yeah. Yeah. I did well. And the Alticore Cup that never was. I mean, technically, I got the highest trophy that you could get. So I'm not that completely lazy. I take that. I take that. That's a win in my books. What do you think? I think it's a win. All right, and then Food Club can't do heal me quest log. I mean, start claiming. All right, we got What we got? We got 20,000. We got a pet. We got a plushie. There we go. I got a catapult for some reason. All right. I purchased an item. Cool. I got that. I'm not gonna do Wheel of Misfortune for purple cow scissors. Is that worth? Is that worth my time? The answer is no. It's 175 Neo points. Streak reward. Give me my reward. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll see what we get tomorrow when it comes out. And then Fair Employment Agency about to happen again. So bear with me as I do this off to the side. So what do I do now to kill 20 seconds while waiting for this to happen? Well, in the meantime, I can talk about Tales of the Dacardia and how it's letting me down. Yeah, it just lets me down. Every time I see that, I log back into Neopets, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go claim my prizes, and there's no prizes there. Oh wow, the Fair Employment Agency gave nothing this time, like straight nothing. Okay, well that was kind of worthless. So going back over here, yeah, it's just sad because you're like, okay, cool, and then you have to go through that extra effort of like uninstalling this thing, reinstalling, hopefully hoping that it actually works, which is the other scary part. And then let's see my daily quest, 10 grand, yeah, 5,000. Sweet, sweet. Codestone, great. 5,000, yeah, another codestone, great. How about some red codestones, man? How about some of that stuff? That'd be very nice. Okay, well, that is everything. I can do Battledome, of course, on my own because I don't need to bother you all with that. But let's just take a quick gander at the Neoboras. General Neopets discussion. What we got? Adult collectors of toys. I don't know. The layoffs keep coming. I heard Microsoft got laid off a ton of people today. Oh shoot! Actually, look, that's the news. In the news, it's saying Microsoft laid off 9,000 people. The layoff and keep coming. Things are feeling kind of bleak, guys. Since COVID, it feels like work and stability is getting more difficult in general. I think that's just how it goes. Honestly, like the economy is not the greatest at this time. Again, not talking about politics or anything like that. Not the greatest, but that's been happening. Like companies have been tightening up just a bit. So I think one of those ones is always a good reminder to make sure you keep your resume up to date and never settle for what you have and always, maintain a budget. Then you don't have to worry. Like right now, honestly, if I were to be laid off from my job, I probably with what money I have just like in the bank. I'm not talking about like savings or anything like that. As in just like general money that I have, I could probably make it easy a year. Easy a year without even having to be worried. Like I know what my wife has been laid off. Like what was that? 4 years ago? And like she said I need to start looking for a job. I'm like, no, you don't. I told her to take 6 months off and just have a good time. That's what I did. I'm not even joking. I was like, do whatever the heck you want with your 6 months. Like live it up. You know, feel free to go out, feel free to take a vacation, do whatever you want. And it's all about being prepared for hard times, potentially, or anything that comes your way. Not hard times, but like an inconvenient moment in your life. And if you do that, then you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, the day I get laid off, I know what I'm doing. I'm probably going to take a trip. I'm probably just going to work out a lot. I'm going to have, a good 6 months just to do whatever I want. And I think that's the most amazing thing. So, um, I would imagine I don't know for sure that Microsoft gives some sort of severance. So I think people should be okay as long as you didn't like go crazy in life. Like I'm one of those people going back, maybe because I grew up poor, that never lived an extravagant kind of life or anything like that. So I'm good for anything. What the heck is this? Boycotting NC Premium until moderation improves. Are we still back to this again? I don't know what happened. So I shouldn't say that, but what is happening again? Would you ever live in an HOA? Yeah, that's a good one to end on. Yeah, people want to avoid it like the plague. Unfortunately, like new like neighborhood communities, you can't avoid it. I would. I don't look at my neighbor's trash, appliances in disrepair, and unkept lawns. I will tell you, there's a bunch of neighbors around me that definitely have unkept lawns, and I don't care either way. I know like my wife kind of stares as we drive by. I also don't do home improvement, so I don't care if I have to get permission to paint my house. I'm not gonna paint it anyway. Who are we kidding? Yes. I think it's just I get the whole idea of why they have rules. It just really stinks when you think about it. It's your property. You can do whatever you can't do everything that you want. I get it. But at the same time, like some of these rules that if you ever see on the internet, kind of crazy. HOAs are run by Karens who are living the ultimate Karen dream. I hate the word Karen, by the way. This is one of the I shouldn't even have read that out loud. I don't like it just because of the connotation it comes with it. The type of person. I don't like that whole stuff. So I love tacky yard decor and colors, and I hate mowed lawns. You should see it. There was this guy in a town nearby me. We would anytime we would drive to the city, we would see it because it was littered with it had to be at least 80 like different lawn ornaments. Like I mean gnomes, you got angel statues, you had the flamingos. This guy actually had a Ronald McDonald and the Burger King dude, and then there was something else, like a grimace or something on there. Yeah, he had all three of them just lined up, and eventually people got pissed off enough and somehow forced them to remove that. Like he was like a nuisance to the neighbor. I thought it was neat, and everybody else driving by it was neat, but at the same time, maybe living around it, probably not. I have a neighbor here in the current town that I live in, and this dude uses like I don't know, I didn't measure it myself, like every foot is some sort of Christmas ornament. He even dresses up as Santa. People drive by his house every year just to record all the different stuff. I think people even donate money slash items to him to put up. Like he uses every ounce of real estate that he has to put all these out on Christmas. I don't know how long it takes this dude to actually do it, but it'd be very sad if like some HOA came in and was like, you can't do that. There's just too much stuff. Depends. My sister's HOA replaced her roof, and it was so worth it for her. Yeah, I mean, if they paid for it, great. No, no, no. I have briefly, and it's awful. Measuring and getting warned about grass being too high because it's a centimeter tall than your neighbors is insanity. Yeah, I don't have any like so technically I am in an HOA. I say technically, but it doesn't really do me anything. Like the neighborhood I live in, I I own my house. That's not a bragging or anything. I own my house, but before this neighborhood like started building houses, like houses that people can buy, they had townhomes that were rented out to people. So this is why that HOA existed. And then when I moved, when they started making homes, they still made everybody that, even though it wasn't going to help us all that much, this HOA still charges us money. It's like 85 bucks. It's nothing crazy a year to help out the townhomes in the front, which like whatever. I mean, no one in the homes, or I've never had anybody like talking about like how high grass is, what you can put up or whatever. I don't even know if I was supposed to like when we redid our deck for the cats to put that up. I don't know if we had to talk to anybody in said HOA, but we didn't. We just did it. So I'm gonna hope that that was cool. Well, it doesn't matter now because it's already up. Let's see. If I can't have lawn flamingos, then I cannot live there. Yeah, that's definitely for some. I had to Google what HOA was. Is this specifically American? We don't have it in my country. Is this just an American thing? I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh for sure. I absolutely live in an HOA. I love when other people tell me what to do. Yeah, I love I have two flamingos upstairs in my living room. Actually, if you want to know, one is a Christmas one that you can plug in. My brother got that for me. Yeah, it has a Christmas hat on. It's got lights and everything. And the other one we just bought on sale from Kmart when it was still up. Yeah, I don't know why it was 50 bucks and then they halved it to 25. So my wife got it for me because she knew I always wanted a flamingo. And then she was like, "We got to put it outside." I'm like, "No, 'cause I don't want kids like ripping the flamingo and me then getting really pissed off." Because I heard people do that, right? They either steal it, knock it over, or they like break it. like they twist it so the legs break off. Like you just see the little legs there. I just didn't want to deal with any of that. Okay, this is a lot of words. This is a big board, but that is it for me. This is a lot of fun. Hope you had fun. But I will see you all. I don't even say I'm going to see you tomorrow. Maybe I see you tomorrow. Maybe I don't. But I do want to tell you something. I hope you all have a lovely Wednesday, Thursday, and 4th of July because I will be at my mama's. I'm at my mama's for 4th of July. She was actually supposed to go somewhere to the beach with my brother, but she said it's too hot out. Yeah, they're gonna go to the beach. They're gonna fish for crabs, but she was like, it's too hot out, so I'm just gonna stay, and we'll do 4th of July. So my brother is gonna be at the beach, sadly, him and his family. I mean, excited for him. That's cool, but we won't get to see him because he'll be at the beach, and I'll be at my mama's house celebrating 4th of July. So remember, just don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything that can actually do permanent damage to you because that's not the spirit of 4th of July. It's more about enjoying each other, having fun, and looking at pretty things in the sky. But that is everything. I'll see you all later. Have fun. Bye.